Check out the most blinged out, badass bathrooms on the block. These super deluxe cans make every trip to the throne something to brag about.
You can have a full affair with your toilet, I'm just saying.
These one-of-a-kind bathrooms make a big splash, just like their owners.
I think I drove the builder nuts.
They're breaking the bank to build the biggest, boldest, most luxurious bathrooms money can buy.
The price was ridiculous.
Not tens of thousands. We're talking hundreds of thousands. More than most people spend for their entire home.
You know, throw the budget out the window.
So sit back and soak up the sweetest pit stops on the planet on Epic Bathrooms. The average bathroom is a 9 by 11 foot room with a toilet, sink, and tub. These days, homeowners aren't settling for just average. They're blowing up the old-fashioned idea of a bathroom as a functional place, bringing their water closet out of the closet and making it the star of the show. This is a bathroom created by a guy who knows exactly what he wants. And it's one of the wildest designs you'll ever see. Matt Schlueb refuses to follow anyone else's notion of normal. He went totally off the radar.
I wanted to do something playful because both my wife and I wanted to raise a family in this house, and so I wanted to have something that would inspire kids growing up.
Matt is an architect with a big imagination. He and his wife, Julianne, built a home that looks like it escaped from Lord of the Rings in a neighborhood near Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. There are no straight lines here, outside or in. Walls and ceilings slope and slant. Windows are round instead of square. Hallways and stairways go every which way, and the bathroom is built to blow your mind.
We also wanted our master bathroom to really be the jewel of the house, a place where we could kind of get away and relax at the end of a long work day.
It was a trip to Italy that inspired what ultimately became this totally off-the-wall space. It's all shades of blue with a one-of-a-kind shower curtain and handmade everything, including the bathroom sink.
My wife and I went on our honeymoon to Capri, and when we went through the Blue Grotto, we saw the way that the sunlight reflects off the Mediterranean and illuminates the entire cave, and so we wanted to create that type of feel in our bathroom.
Matt's first move was to scour the city for a bathtub almost as big as the boats that tour the Blue Grotto. His next move? Figuring out how to get this monster up to his second floor. They couldn't fit it up the winding staircase, so they rigged a bridge from the hill into the bathroom.
We had to bring it down the hillside through the woods from our neighbor's house, and they had to carry it across this little plank that the framers had put together, and so we were biting our teeth a little bit when that happened.
With the bathtub in place, the walls could finally go up. Matt was obsessed with making this room exactly like a grotto, which meant this porthole window had to be installed in just the right spot or the whole room would be a bust.
The window in the bathroom faces due east, so the morning sun's rising, it comes in through that window, and it really illuminates the entire bathroom. We walk in, no need to turn lights on, and the sunlight really dances off the tile.
Complex ideas like Matt's can take a long time to pull off, and the family was getting impatient with sharing the only other bathroom in the house while Matt fixated on the details, which he did for a long, long time.
We didn't want to rush it just to get it finished so we could move in, so it sat empty for 4 or 5 years.
We were living here for 5 years in the house, all using one small little bathroom. I think I was a broken record in asking him, let's finish the bathroom. How long is it going to take?
So my wife made me set a deadline for myself, and so I looked around, found a local competition for a magazine where they were featuring interior spaces, and that was about 30 days out, so we really had to kind of get our act together.
Walls and plumbing were already seaworthy, but Matt had 360 square feet of mosaic tile to install, which under normal circumstances can take months. But Matt moved at lightning speed. He wanted to smash a whole lot of ceramic tile and place the thousands of tiny pieces one at a time. But facing the deadline, Matt was forced to call in reinforcements.
A couple of people that I work with specialize in tile work. They made the tiles, and then they broke them on site and grouted them in.
Matt was determined to get that sense of sunlight sparkling on the water. The broken bits of tile weren't doing the trick, so everyone started smashing mirrors and adding those pieces to the mix, in the walls and on the floor. It took 3 people 4 weeks to get it all done and make the 30-day deadline.
One of the nice things that we discovered is that in the middle of the night when you go in to use the bathroom on a full moon, the moonlight comes through the skylights and hits the mirror and reflects back up onto the ceiling. So you get these little speckles from the broken mirrors onto the ceiling, almost like stars.
With the contest clock still ticking, Matt turned his attention to the shower, where he insisted that even the water temp was just right every single time.
Hot and cold is pre-mixed before it comes in through the shower. So when you get into the shower, it's custom set to your preference. She can have a setting for how hot she likes it, and I can have a setting.
Sticking with the ocean cave theme, Matt commissioned a sink to look like swirling water that would reach the floor. But no one could find a kiln big enough, so he settled for one that was 2 feet deep. What's the total cost of having it your way? Matt sank $8 grand into the custom bowl. Matt's obsession with detail even carried over to the shower curtain, which is a one-of-a-kind.
There's basically 2 types of curtains for a shower. It's either a hanging plastic curtain or a glass enclosure, and I wanted to combine the 2 together and have a hanging glass curtain. I decided to go the opposite route and challenge myself, what's the cheapest way that I can make a shower curtain out of glass? And so I found some discontinued plates online and some fishing line and binder clips, and basically hung them from the curtain rod. And since they were smaller plates, I had to figure out a way to get the water to shed off them, and so I had to try to figure out a way to lap them. And I came up with an idea of the way that fish scales are overlapping so that way the water can shed off their skin.
The plates for the shower curtain are a unique feature, which I have to say in the beginning I was not a fan of because I didn't visually understand how that was going to function.
My wife was a little concerned that it would be impossible to clean these or a chore. I told her that was the beauty of the design, was we could just drop them into the dishwasher.
Ingenuity doesn't have to break the bank. The cost of this blue plate special? Just under $100. Matt made the 30-day deadline with not a second to spare. And for the record, he did win the contest. But for him, the biggest reward is what the house has meant to his family. With its wild colors, bold themes, and unexpected twists and turns, it's given his kids exactly the kind of shot in the arm he and Julianne were hoping for.
I call this room Duck Heaven. I'm planning to get like a makeover of it with bushes everywhere, making it like a rainforest.
It turns out that out-of-the-box thinking is contagious.
When we created the house, we wanted to keep our minds open to almost any possibilities. We didn't want to have preconceived notions.
My favorite part about the bathroom would be just the open feeling. You feel as if you're involved with nature because of the large windows, the skylight, the shimmering color from the tile work and from the lighting. You feel at peace.
So what's the price of keeping an open mind when a bathroom grows out of broken plates, smashed mirrors, and a tub so big, the room has to get built around it? The answer is coming up next.